Voices in My Closet by Colton Dennis. When three friends decide to move into an old house, they discover that there was a murder inside it. But the victims never left the house. Now the three friends must find out what happened in the 2017 murder. Seattle, Washington, 2017. 9241 13th Avenue SW. A house appears. Eula Irish appears washing the dishes. Ferdinand and Overholser appear, running around the house. Kids, can you settle down, please? Mommy's trying to do the dishes, said Eula. Sorry, Mom, said both Ferdinand and Overholser. Thank you, boys, said Eula, continuing to wash the dishes. Talking on the television. All three appear sitting on the couch watching the television. Mom, can we watch a movie? Asked Ferdinand. Sure, go choose a movie. Then after it's off to bed, said Eula, knocking on the door. I'll get it, said Overholser. Thank you, said Eula. The front door opens. Grant Prabhakaran appears. Hi, Mr. Prabhakaran, said Overholser. Hey pal, where's your mom? I want to ask her something, said Grant. Mom, it's Mr. Prabhakaran, said Overholser, running upstairs. Hello, Grant, said Eula. Miss Irish, I hope I'm not disturbing you, said Grant. Not at all. Would you like a cup of coffee? Asked Eula. I'd love one, but I'm actually off to work right now. Maybe next time. But the reason I stopped by was, I was wondering. The policeman's ball is coming up. I was really hoping if you'd like to go with me? Asked Grant. I'd love to go. What night is it? Because I'll have to find a babysitter, said Eula. It's this Friday, said Grant. All right, I'm writing it down right now. See you Friday, Grant, said Eula. Miss Irish, said Grant. Please, Grant. It's Eula, said Eula. All right, see you Friday, Eula, said Grant, walking out of the house. The front door shuts. Eula leans against the front door. Oh, said both Ferdinand and Overholser. I'll get you too, said Eula, chasing both Ferdinand and Overholser upstairs. Friday night. Mom, hurry up. I think he'll be here soon, said Ferdinand. I'm coming. Eula appears walking downstairs. What do you think? Asked Eula, appearing in a dress. You look great, Mom, said Overholser. Thanks, sweetheart, said Eula. You do look beautiful. Miss Irish, said babysit number 1. Thank you, said Eula, knocking on the door. The front door opens. Grant appears in a police uniform, then sees Eula. Oh my, Eula, you look amazing, said Grant. Thank you. All right, boys, you listen to her. Do what she says. And get in bed by 8:30. I love you too, said Eula, kissing both Ferdinand and Overholser. Babysitter number 1 looking at Grant. Grant smiles. All right, let's go, said Grant. Both Eula and Grant are walking out of the house, then towards Grant's car. All right, you two. What do you want to do first? Asked babysitter number 1. Let's play a game, said Ferdinand. A building appears. Grant's car pulls up, parks, then turns off. Stay there, I'll get the door, said Grant, getting out of the driver, then running around the car. The passenger door opens. Eula gets out of the car. What a gentleman, said Eula. The passenger door shuts. Both Eula and Grant are walking into the building. Officer Prabhakaran, said officer number 1. Hey, this is Eula Irish, my neighbor, said Grant. Nice to meet you, said Eula. You too, ma'am, said officer number 1. Would You care to dance? Asked Grant. I'd love to, Grant, said Eula. Both Eula and Grant walk onto the dance floor, then start dancing. Hey Eula, I was thinking, maybe after we can go to my place, asked Grant. I don't know. I would have to get home to the boys, said Eula. All right, I understand. Your boys are so grown up. They're like little men. You're raising them right, said Grant. Thank you, Grant, said Eula. What happened to their father? Asked Grant. He died over in Afghanistan, said Eula. I'm sorry to hear that. I shouldn't have brought it up, said Grant. No, don't be. He was a great man, like you are, said Eula. Thanks, said Grant. Both Eula and Grant start kissing. Grant's car driving then stops in front of the house. The driver door opens then shuts. Grant runs around. The car then opens the passenger door. Eula gets out of the car. Well, good night, Grant, said Eula. Good night, Eula, said Grant. Eula starts walking away. Would you like me to walk you home? Asked Grant. I think I can manage a few feet. But thank you, said Eula, waving. Grant smiles then walks into his house. The front door opens. Eula walks inside. Hey, how were they? Whispered Eula. Wonderful. We played some games. Brushed their teeth and went to bed on time, whispered babysitter number 1. Great. Thank you again for watching them. And here's your money, whispered Eula. Thank you, Miss Irish. I better head home now. Good night, whispered babysitter number 1, walking out the front door. The moon appears shining. Eula appears sleeping. The front door lock slowly turns, opens, then shuts. A figure appears walking around the house, grabs a few items then puts them into a bag. Creaking sound. Eula opens her eyes then sees both Ferdinand and Overholser standing at her bedside. Guys, what's wrong? Asked Eula. I think someone's in the house, Mommy, whispered Overholser. What do you mean? Asked Eula. Footsteps walking around downstairs. All three look at the bedroom doorway. I want you two to hide. Mommy will call the police, whispered Eula. Both Ferdinand and Overholser are running into their bedroom. The bedroom door slowly shuts. Eula slowly walks then looks over the banister. The figure walks past the staircase, comes back then looks up. Eula steps backwards then slowly walks. Footsteps walking upstairs. The figure looks around then walks towards a door. The door opens. The bathroom appears. The figure turns around then gets hit with a lamp. Eula runs then gets to the kid's bedroom. The figure groans then slowly stands up. The bedroom door opens then shuts. Mommy, said Ferdinand. Get into the closet, now. Don't come out until I say, said Eula. Both Ferdinand and Overholser run into the closet. The closet door opens, then shuts. Both Ferdinand and Overholser are sitting on the closet floor cowering. Eula grabs a shotgun then loads it. Mom, said Overholser. Cover your ears and close your eyes, said Eula, cocking the shotgun then shuts the closet door. The bedroom door breaks open. The figure appears. Eula points the shotgun. The shotgun fires. The figure gets skimmed, approaches Eula then punches her. Eula falls onto the post, then groans. The figure picks up the shotgun, cocks it then points it at Eula. Wrong thing to do. The shotgun fires. Eula gasps. Overholser gasps. The figure looks at the closet then walks towards it. The closet door opens. Both Ferdinand and Overholser continue cowering. The shotgun cocks. Sorry boys, but no witnesses, said the figure pointing the shotgun. The shotgun fires. 2021 4 years later. The house appears. A car pulls up, stops, then turns off. The doors open then shut. Pa Miramontes, Randy Topol and Vita Tavella appear. Well, here she is. 9241 13th Avenue SW, said Randy. It's beautiful, honey, said Vita. I know, said Randy. Well, let's get inside, said Pa. Actually, we need to wait for the realtor, he said, and quat, to meet him. Here, and quat, said Randy. Sounds reasonable, said Vita. Another car pulls up, stops then turns off. The driver door opens then shuts. Tyrell Woodyard appears then approaches. Hi, I'm Mr. Woodyard. You? Must be the renters, asked Tyrell. Yes, I'm Randy Topol, my girlfriend Vita Tavella, and our friend, Pa Miramontes, said Randy. Nice to meet you all. Shall we go into the house? Asked Tyrell. All four are walking towards the house. The keys jingling, the house key goes into the lock then unlocks the front door. The front door opens. All four walk inside the house. Wow! Look at this place, said Vita. It's really big, said Randy. Yeah, it was built in the 1960s. It's a great house for kids, too, said Tyrell. Did you hear that, Randy? A great place for kids, said Vita. Yeah, I heard, said Randy. I'm gonna look around upstairs. If that's all right, asked Pa. Go right ahead, said Tyrell. Pa walks upstairs. Let me show you the kitchen, said Tyrell. All three walk away. Pa appears. Walking around upstairs, gets to a bedroom then walks towards the closet. The closet door opens. Big enough for me, said Pa closing the closet door then walks towards the window. Both Ferdinand and Overholser appear in the backyard then look up at Pa. Pa smiles then waves. Both Ferdinand and Overholser are pointing. Pa turns around, sees nothing then looks back. Both Ferdinand and Overholser are gone. Pa walks away from the window. All three are walking into the kitchen. Here's the kitchen, said Tyrell. Wow, this is a big kitchen, said Randy. Now I can cook, said Vita. Honey, I've tasted your cooking, said Randy laughing. Vita hits Randy's left arm. And it has a beautiful backyard as well, said Tyrell. I see that. Can we? Asked Vita. Of course, said Tyrell. All three are walking outside. Look at this. I can start a garden. I've always wanted to, said Vita. Let's hope they don't die, said Randy. Knock it off. Vita looks through the kitchen window. Eula appears to be washing the dishes. Hey, who's that? Asked Vita pointing. Both Randy and Tyrell turn around. Pa appears in the kitchen window. That's Pa, said Randy. Vita looks up at the kitchen window. Pa appears standing in the kitchen window. I swear, I saw. Never mind, said Vita. Pa walks outside. This place is great. I want that bedroom right there. It overlooks the backyard, said Pa. All right. As long as we get the bigger bedroom, said Randy. Of course, said Pa. So, I'm guessing you'll take it? Asked Tyrell. Randy looks at both Pa and Vita. Both Pa and Vita are nodding their heads. Yeah, we'll take it, said Randy. Excellent, let us go inside so we can sign the papers, said Tyrell. All four walk back into the house. Tyrell appears walking towards his car. Have a good day, Mr. Woodyard, said Randy. You too, and congratulations, said Tyrell, getting into his car, puts his case onto the passenger seat, waves, then looks up at the upstairs window. Both Ferdinand and Overholser appear in the upstairs window, then wave. The car starts, then drives away. He drove off pretty quickly, said Vita. Must have another meeting, said Pa. All three walk back into the house. A U-Haul truck appears. Boxes are being carried into the house. Where do you want this, ma'am? Asked mover number 1. Over there, thanks, said Vita. Randy grabs a few boxes, slowly walks, then almost trips. Grant grabs Randy's body. Whoa, careful with that. Are you all right? Asked Grant. Yeah, thanks, said Randy, putting down the boxes. So, you're the new neighbors, huh? Asked Grant. Yeah, I'm Randy Topple, said Randy. Grant Prabhakaran. Just call me Grant. People have a hard time pronouncing my last name, said Grant. Nice to meet you, Grant. Do you live around here? Asked Randy. Across the street, actually, said Grant. Oh, so I guess we're neighbors, said Randy. Guess so. And if you ever need anything, I'm just a walk away. Get it? Instead of call, said Grant. Both Grant and Randy start laughing. All right, said Randy. Well, do you need a hand with anything? Asked Grant. Probably with the rent, said Randy. Both Great and Randy start laughing. Again. Footsteps approaching. Wilbur Byron appears. Hey Grant, just got a call. A purse snatcher, said Wilbur. All right, nice meeting you, Mr. Topple, said Grant. Call me Randy, said Randy. All right, said Grant, walking away. Both Grant and Wilbur get into a police car. The police car drives away. Vita approaches. Who was that? Asked Vita. Grant. He's our neighbor across the street, said Randy. Well, at least we know this neighborhood will be protected, said Vita. Pa appears, hammering a nail into the wall, then bends down. Overholser appears at the end of the hallway. Pa stands up, then places a picture. There you go, said Pa, turning around. Overholser is gone. Pa walks down the hallway. The can of nails falls over. Pa stops, turns around, then sees the can of nails tipped over. Footsteps approaching the can of nails. The nails are being scooped back into the can. The can gets picked up. Pa walks away. Vita appears, walking into the kitchen, then places down a box. The box opens. Coffee mugs appear. The cabinet door opens. Vita grabs 2 coffee mugs, places them into the cabinet, turns towards the box, grabs 2 more coffee mugs, then turns back towards the cabinet. The 2 coffee mugs appear on the counter. Vita looks at the cabinet, then places the 2 coffee mugs back into the cabinet. Vita turns around. The box is gone. Where did the box go? Vita looking around the kitchen, then bends down. Eula appears behind Vita. Vita stands up, then turns around. The box appears on the counter. How'd? What they? Asked Vita, looking in confusion. Pa walks into the kitchen. Hey Vita, said Pa. Nice joke, said Vita. What joke? Asked Pa. You know what I'm talking about, said Vita. No, I don't, said Pa. You moved the box of mugs, then placed them onto the counter. When I had them here, said Vita. I have no idea what you're talking about. I was upstairs in the hallway, hanging the picture of the 3 of us. By the way, I think we may have a draught in the upstairs hallway, said Pa. Really? Said Vita. Yeah, after hanging the picture. The can of nails tipped over, said Pa. That must have been a strong draught. A can of nails are heavy to move themselves. A draught couldn't do that, said Vita. Well, something knocked them over, said Pa. Randy approaches. What's going on? Asked Randy. Pa says there's a draught in the upstairs hallway, said Vita. I'll do some cocking then, said Randy. See, there's the solution, said Pa. No, said Vita, grabbing the coffee mugs, then placing them into the cabinet. All three appear, sitting on the couch. God, I hate moving, said Pa. Yeah, but after we are finished, it always looks beautiful, said Vita. Definitely. Well, it's already going for 10 p.m. Off to sleep, said Randy. Standing up. Be up in a minute, said Vita. I'll be waiting. Randy kisses Vita. Night, Pa, said Randy. Pa puckers his lips. Randy looks at Pa, then walks away. No kiss for me, said Pa. Vita, laughing. Randy appears laying in bed. The bathroom light turns off. Vita walks out of their bathroom, then takes off her robe. Wow, you look so sexy, said Randy. Thanks, said Vita, laying on top of Randy, then kisses him. Pa, laying in his bed, then closes his eyes, whispering in the distance. Pa opens his eyes, sits up, then looks around the room. Must be thin walls. Pa lays back down, then closes his eyes again, whispering in the distance again. Pa sits up again, gets out of his bed, then walks towards the bedroom door. The bedroom door opens. Pa looks down the hallway, then doesn't see anything. The bedroom door closes. What is that whispering? Asked Pa. Whispering in the distance continues. Pa looks at the closet, approaches it, then puts his ear to the door. The whispering gets louder. The closet door opens. The whispering stops. Pa, looking inside the closet, then closes the door. Both Ferdinand and Overholser appear in the corner of the closet. The sun is shining. Both Randy and Vita appear at the kitchen table drinking coffee. Footsteps walking downstairs. Pa walks into the kitchen. Morning. How'd you sleep? Asked Randy. Terrible, said Pa. Well, it's only the first night in a new house, said Randy. Yeah, were you guys whispering last night? Asked Pa. No, we were making some noises, but none were whispering, said Randy. Vita hits Randy's right shoulder. Pa laughs. So, you heard whispering? Asked Vita. Yeah, I thought it came from the hallway, but it was coming from my closet, said Pa. Hearing voices in your closet, Pa. Did they tell you to come out? Asked Randy. Both Pa and Vita are smiling. But it was weird. I heard the whispering clear as day, then once I opened the closet, it just stopped, said Pa. Definitely spooky, said Vita. Maybe it was your imagination. I've read in a psychology book, the first night in a new house, you feel uncomfortable and your mind plays tricks on you, said Randy. Thank you, Dr. Topol, said Pa. Grant appears in his front yard, then trims a few hedges. The front door opens. Randy appears walking towards his car. Morning, said Randy. Morning, said Grant, waving. Randy gets into the car. The car starts, then drives away. Grant continues waving. Pa appears in the garage. Vita approaches. What are you doing? Asked Vita, bringing out the lawnmower. Gonna mow the grass today, said Pa. Here, let me give you a hand moving that, said Vita. Both Pa and Vita are moving a bench. Pa grabs the lawnmower, then pushes it towards the front lawn. Grant looks up at Both Pa and Vita. Pa walking. Sees Grant then waves. Morning, said Grant. Morning guys, I need to do some yard work, said Pa. Have fun, said Grant walking towards his house. The lawnmower starts. Pa pushing the lawnmower. Vita grabs the garden tools, walks towards the backyard then kneels down. The garden claw starts digging up the dirt. Weeds are being pulled out of the ground. The sun is beaming down. Vita wipes her head then looks up. Both Ferdinand and Overholser appear in the upstairs window. What the hell, said Vita standing up then walks into the house. Footsteps walking. Upstairs. Vita walks into Pa's room, looks around then walks towards the closet. The closet door opens then shuts. Vita turns around then gets startled. Pa appears in the bedroom doorway. Are you all right? I saw you walking upstairs from the lawn, said Pa. I thought I saw someone in your room. But I must be wrong, said Vita. Maybe Randy's right. New houses play tricks on people, said Pa. Yeah, let's get back outside, said Vita. Footsteps walking downstairs. Both Pa and Vita are walking. Outside. A figure walks past in the kitchen. Pa stops then turns around. Vita touches Pa's arm. Pa looks at Vita. Thought I saw something. In the kitchen, said Pa. Both Pa and Vita are slowly walking towards the kitchen then look around. Nothing's in here, said Vita. Yeah, more mind tricks. Again, said Pa. Both Pa and Vita walk away. Eula appears holding a bowl then stirs a whisk. Randy's car pulls up, stops then turns off. The driver door opens then shuts. Randy walking towards the house then collides into Grant. Oh, I'm so sorry, Randy. I was just walking down the street. I didn't see you, said Grant. It's all right, Grant. Are you enjoying your walk? Asked Randy. Yes, I am. Nothing is more important than some fresh air, said Grant. I can't disagree with you there. Well, I'm gonna be heading in. It's dinner time. You want to come in? Asked Randy. I can't turn down a home-cooked meal, said Grant. Both Grant and Randy are walking into the house. Hi, honey, said Randy. Hey baby, Grant, said Vita. Miss Tavella, Mr. Miramontes, said Grant. Please, it's Vita, said Vita. And mine's Mr. Miramontes, said Pa laughing. All right, said Grant. Just kidding. I'm Pa, said Pa. I asked Grant to stay for dinner. Is that all right? Asked Randy. Of course. Please this way, said Vita. All four appear sitting at the kitchen table. Grant bites a piece of chicken. This is amazing chicken, said Grant. Thanks. It's an old family recipe, said Vita. It's really delicious, said Grant. You should try my microwave pizza, said Pa. All four start laughing. Hey Grant, have you ever been in this house before? Asked Randy. Yeah, I was in this house a few times. Haven't been in it in years, said Grant. Why? Asked Vita. 4 years ago, I was dating the woman that lived here. She was so beautiful. Her name was Eula Irish. And she had 2 wonderful boys, Ferdinand and Overholser. 2 of the sweetest kids ever, said Grant. What happened to them? Did they move? Asked Vita. No, one night. Her house was broken into. The burglar stole whatever he could fit in his sack. The 2 boys and Eula were upstairs. Eula told the boys to hide. She took a shotgun she had for protection. The boys hid in their closet. The burglar came into the bedroom. Eula fired a shot but only skimmed the burglar. Then the burglar knocked Eula down, took the gun and shot her. Then the boys made a noise. He found them in the closet, then shot them too. It was a whole bloody mess, said Grant. Sorry to hear that, said Vita. I shouldn't have brought it up, said Randy. It's not a problem. Just as long as she knew I loved her. She makes me continue living, said Grant. Did the burglar ever get caught? Asked Randy. People say he did, others say he's still out there, said Grant. Well, what other depressing things can we talk about? Asked Pa. Grant walking towards the front door. Well, thanks for a lovely dinner and the invite, said Grant. Hey, we're neighbors. Come over whenever you want, said Randy. Thanks. Well, good night, said Grant looking up at the staircase. Both Ferdinand and Overholser appear. Grant's eyes widen. All three look up at the staircase, then see nothing. Are you all right, Grant? Asked Randy. Grant looks at Randy. Yes. I just remembered about the time her two boys were standing at the top of the staircase. They were so adorable. Well, good night again, said Grant walking out of the house. That was a little weird, wasn't it? Asked Pa. Not if you knew someone that died, said Vita. Yeah, said Randy. Well, if you excuse me, I'm meeting one of our neighbors for a drink. Night, said Pa walking out of the house. Have a good time, said Randy. So, what do you want to do? Asked Vita. Randy smiles, then kisses Vita. Both Randy and Vita run upstairs, then into their bedroom. The bedroom door shuts. Both Randy and Vita lay onto bed, then start kissing. Clothes are being taken off. Vita lays on top of Randy, then starts moaning. Both Ferdinand and Overholser appear at the end of the bed. Randy moans, then sees both Ferdinand and Overholser at the end of the bed. What the hell, said Randy, moving Vita. Both Ferdinand and Overholser are gone. What's wrong? Asked Vita. I saw two little kids standing right here, said Randy. Are you kidding me? Please be kidding, said Vita. I'm not. I saw them right here, said Randy, opening the closet door. Wait, you saw two kids, said Vita. Yes, said Randy, opening the bathroom door. Two boys dressed in pajamas, asked Vita. Randy looks at Vita. You've seen them too, said Randy. Yes, I thought it was my imagination. But now I believe the boys are still here, said Vita. That sounds crazy. The two kids that died here are still here, said Randy. The lights start flickering, turn off, then turn back on. Eula appears at the end of the bed. Both Randy and Vita stand against the wall. Eula starts talking. Eerie sound. Both Randy and Vita are covering their ears. The lights start flickering, turn off, then back on again. Eula is gone. Randy runs towards the bedroom door, opens it, then looks down the hallway. Anything? Asked Vita. She's gone, said Randy. Who was that? Asked Vita. I don't know. But whoever it is, I don't think she wants us here. None of them, said Randy. Tomorrow, we are going to talk to the realtor, said Vita. Tomorrow? I'm talking to him tonight. Come on, said Randy. Both Randy and Vita are walking towards the car. Grant appears sitting on his porch. Hey Randy, are you going somewhere? Asked Grant. We're going for a ride, said Randy. Okay, I'll keep an eye on your house, said Grant. Thanks Grant, said Randy, getting into the car. The car starts, then drives away. Grant smiles, knocking on the door. He's probably sleeping, said Vita. I don't care. Randy starts banging on the front door. Wake up, said Randy. We could get into trouble, said Vita. I'm talking to him tonight, said Randy, continuing to knock onto the door. Hey, knock off that knocking. We're trying to sleep here, said number 1. Sorry, sir, it's just that we're looking for Tyrell Woodyard. Doesn't he live here? Asked Vita. I'm guessing you're renters of his, asked number 1. Yeah, we rent 9241 13th Avenue, said Randy. Come in here for a minute. I have something to tell you, said number 1. All three are walking into the trailer. What's this about, sir? Asked Randy. Please sit down. I have a lot to tell you. Both Randy and Vita sit onto the couch. 9241 13th Avenue is haunted. It's been haunted for the past 4 years. I know, because Mr. Woodyard told me he's seen Mrs. Irish and her 2 kids in that house, said number 1. And he still sold it to us without mentioning it, said Vita. Would you believe that story at first? That's why Mr. Woodyard never tells anyone, he told. The first people who moved into the house after Mrs. Irish died. They didn't believe him until they started seeing the kids and herself. That first family left. Mr. Woodyard knew he wouldn't be able to sell their house if he told that story. Now every family that has lived there since have seen those kids and Mrs. Irish, said number 1. Where's Mr. Woodyard now? Asked Randy. That day he rented it to you. He came home all ecstatic. I knew something was wrong. So, later that day, I went to visit him. I walked into his house, found him hanging from his ceiling fan, said man number 1. Oh my God, said Vita. Why didn't anyone tell us about Mr. Woodyard? Asked Randy. Someone by the name of Grant Prabhakaran said, and quote, he'd tell you too, and quote. I'm guessing now he never did, said number 1. Why wouldn't Grant tell us? Asked Vita. Because Grant Prabhakaran is one of the most crooked cops ever. I'd be very careful trusting him, said number 1. Oh my God, our house, said Randy. The front door lock moves, opens then shuts. Grant appears then starts grabbing items. Merry Christmas to me, said Grant, putting items into a sack. Footsteps approaching. Grant hides underneath the staircase. The front door opens then shuts. Pa looks around. Randy, Vita, you here? Said Pa, walking towards the kitchen. The fridge opens. Pa grabs a box of pizza and a beer, places them onto the counter, then grabs a plate. The pizza box opens. A slice of pizza gets placed onto the plate. The microwave opens. The plate gets placed into the microwave. The microwave door shuts. Pa pressing buttons. The microwave starts. Bust. Pa turns around, then gets hit with a pipe. No hard feelings, Pa, said Grant, dropping the pipe. Randy's car appears driving. Vita pulls out her cell phone. What are you doing? Asked Randy. Calling the police, said Vita, pressing the buttons. 911. How can I help you? Asked woman voice number 1. Yes, this is Vita Tavella. My house is being broken into as we speak. It's 9241 13th Avenue, said Vita. Dispatchers are on their way, ma'am, said woman. Voice number 1. Vita hangs up her cell phone. The police are on their way, said Vita. Let's hope we're wrong, said Randy. Randy's car speeds up. Grant continues grabbing items. Randy's car pulls up, stops, then turns off. The doors open then shut. Randy runs around the car. Randy, wait for the police, said Vita. What if he's gone before then? Asked Randy, running towards the house. Vita follows behind Randy. Grant smiles, then pulls out his handgun. The front door opens. Randy slowly walks into the house. Vita approaches. Careful, said Vita. Both Randy and Vita are walking into the house. What's that smell? Asked Randy. The kitchen, said Vita. Smoke appears. Both Randy and Vita are running into the kitchen. Smoke appears from the microwave. Randy pulls the microwave plug out, then sees Pa laying on the floor. Pa, are you all right? Asked Randy. Pa groans. Ow, my head, said Pa. Freeze you too, said Wilbur, pointing his gun. Whoa, officer. I'm Vita Tavella. I'm the one that made that call, said Vita. Okay, Miss Tavella. Where's the burglar? Asked Wilbur. I don't know. But we do know it's Grant Prabhakaran, said Vita. Officer Prabhakaran, he's a cop. Why would he break into your house? Asked Wilbur. We're telling you the truth, said Randy. All right, calm down. I'll find him. You three get out of the house. Just in, said Wilbur, being shot, gasps, then collapses. Grant appears, pointing his gun. You bastard, said Randy. Gun cocks. I wouldn't do that. Take another step and you'll taste lead, said Grant. Why? Why would you do this? Asked Vita. You? No, why? I love money. Money makes the world go round. Nothing else, said Grant. So, you didn't really love Eula? Asked Vita. Why would I love a widowed woman? And her two snot-nosed kids. They were so annoying. So, I got close to them. A little at a time. I stole something. Then one night, I knew I had to take everything. So, I snuck into this house and started stealing her things. My plan wasn't to kill them. Not until she shot me. Good thing she was a bad shot. Grant rips his shirt sleeve. A scar appears on Grant's arm. I took the gun from her, then fired it. If the boys never made a sound, I wouldn't have killed them either. But I gave them one thing not to grow up with: bad dreams. Now, since you saw me shoot a cop, you must die too. Like I always say, no witnesses, said Grant, pointing his gun. The lights start flickering, turn off, then back on. Eula appears. Grant looks at Eula, then points his gun. The gun fires. Oh my God, said Vita. Eula looks at all three of them. Please leave, said Eula. All three start running. Grant points his gun at all three of them. The gun fires. Pa falls onto the floor. Randy bends down, then grabs Pa's right arm. Grant appears, then points his gun. Knick-knacks start hitting Grant. Grant groaning, then looks. Eula standing in the doorway. Get away from me, you spiritual bitch, said Grant, firing his gun. The bullets go through Eula, then hit a table. All three continue running. Grant looks at all three of them running away, then fires his gun. Randy gets shot in his right leg. Ow, my leg, said Randy. Grant smiles, then his eyes widen. A chair hits Grant. Grant falls onto the floor, then drops his gun. Vita helps Randy. I got him. Both Pa and Randy are walking out the front door. Vita goes to walk. A hand grabs Vita, then pulls up her back into the house. The front door slams shut. Vita, said Pa, banging onto the front door. A chair appears, blocking the front door. Grant smiles. Nowhere to go, said Grant. Vita crawling backwards. Grant walks towards Vita. The lights start flickering, turn off, then back on again. Eula appears where Vita was laying, then stands up. Grant stops, then slowly walks backwards. Vita sees Grant walking backwards, stands, then runs. Grant continues walking backwards. You killed me. My children. We loved you. I loved you. I thought we could have been a family. But now, you're just like everyone out in this world. A monster who only cares for himself, said Eula. Keep away from me, you spiritual bitch. Grant looks down, then sees his gun laying on the floor. Yes. Grant quickly grabs his gun. I have protection, said Grant, pointing his gun. The gun clicks, cocks, then clicks again. Out of bullets, said Eula. Grant throws his gun. The gun goes through Eula. Keep away from me. Keep away. Grant walks into the wall, closes his eyes, then crouches. Keep away. Keep away, said Grant. Admit you killed us, said Eula. Yes, yes, I killed you, Eula. I killed Eula Irish and her 2 children. Just keep away from us, said Grant. A hand grabs Grant. Grant screams, then opens his eyes. Officer number 1 appears. Oh my God. It was a dream. It was a dream, said Grant. No, Mr. Prabhakaran. This is no dream. Grant Prabhakaran, you're under arrest for the murder of Eula Irish, Overholser Irish and Ferdinand Irish. Get him out of here, said officer number 1. Officer number 2 and number 3 are grabbing Grant, then walking him outside. Are you 3 all right? Asked officer number 1. We will be now, said Vita. The next morning, Grant appears in a jail cell, then holds his head. Oh, Grant. Grant looks up, then sees Eula, Ferdinand and Overholser. Guess what? Said Eula. No, stay away from me, said Grant. We're gonna spend the rest of our lives together. Like I wanted, said Eula, laughing. Grant screams. The end.